Thanks for joining our video guide on how to install Tonic Living's classic drapery hardware. To complete this project, here's what you'll need. 2 to 3 fully enclosed wall brackets, which come with screws and wall plugs, a drapery rod, 2 or more packs of drapery rings, end cap finials which come with an Allen key, and drapery hooks. Along with each wall bracket, you will receive 3 screws, 1 Allen key, and 3 wall plugs. You'll also need a hammer, a drill and drill bit, a Phillips screwdriver bit, a pencil, measuring tape, and roll of painter's tape. In preparation for installing the bracket, disassemble the bracket parts. Use the Allen key to separate the back plate from the bracket arm. Then, separate the decorative back plate from the functional back plate by unscrewing the bolt. This will come in handy later. Before we get started, determine the height of your drapery rod. We recommend the height of your rod fall at around 3/4 of the way up between the top of your window frame and ceiling. Depending on the scale of your window and room, as well as the width of your drapes, it's a good rule of thumb to install your rod about 6 to 12 inches above your window frame and the wall brackets about 6 to 12 inches from the side edge of your window frame. If you already have drapery panels, measure the full length of the panel plus the length of the drapery ring. Once the height of your rod and brackets have been determined, mask off the general area with painter's tape to protect your wall. Use your measuring tape to identify the top height of your rod. Now, let's subtract 1/2 inch to determine where the center point of the wall bracket will go. Using a ruler, draw a 2 by 2 inch cross section through your marking. Now, get the gold backplate from the bracket components we've disassembled and line up the holes so the backplate is centered on the cross. Then, mark the location of the holes. Next, drill 3 pilot holes in the spots just marked. Remove the painter's tape and be sure to brush away any debris. Pick up your hammer and use it with the wall plugs until they're flush with the wall. Great! Now it's time to get the gold backplate and line up the holes with the wall plugs. Insert screws gently into the plugs with either a drill or hand screwdriver. Repeat this step for all 3 holes, making sure the backplate is firmly secured. Now it's time to install the decorative backplate by screwing it on with the bolt. Slide the bracket arm onto the bolt and secure it tightly in place with the Allen key. Repeat steps 1 to 9 to install the other 1 or 2 wall brackets needed for your window. Feel free to rewind and watch again if you'd like a refresher. Great! Now you're ready for the drapery rod. There are 2 ways we can do this. 1. If there is enough space beside your window, simply slide the rod through the brackets. If your space is tighter, go with option 2. Before attaching the bracket arms to the wall, slide them onto the rod. Raise the rod and arms to the wall plate and secure them tightly with the Allen key. Next, add the drapery rings. Be sure to leave 2 rings on the outside of the bracket. This will help your drapery panels stay in place. Secure the rod in the bracket by tightening the small bolt with an Allen key. Grab the end cap finials and first loosen the screw. Place 1 finial on each end of the rod and tighten in place. We like to rotate the finial to hide the screw. If your drapes don't have hooks, attach the hooks to the header of each panel. Now it's time to put up your drapes by sliding the hooks into the rings. And there you go. Your drapery hardware has successfully been installed.